We have been building a lot of pieces of furniture for our friends and producers, the Alvarezes. They just renovated a home, but we are demanding that they let us do this one project today before we move on to any more furniture. 1, 2, 3, Workbench! So we're in their garage. Clearly they have all of the tools, but the one thing missing is a workbench, and we know that's key to a good working shop. And this is a beginner project, and you only need the 3 tools that we say you must have to start, and that's a miter saw, a Kreg jig, and a drill. You can also use a nailer like we're using today, but you don't have to use it. And everything you need to build this workbench is right below our feet. Just a bunch of 2x4s, 2x6s, and a couple sheets of plywood. Don't forget the casters. That's it, workbench on 3. 1, 2, 3, workbench! The first step to build this chunky workbench. Chunky? I would say shanty. Okay. First step is to build the bottom frame, and that is gonna be just 2 2x4s. We've already made our cuts, and then we're gonna use 3 shorter 2x4s. We drilled 1.5-inch pocket holes into the ends of each of the short 2x4s, and we're attaching them to the longer pieces with 2.5-inch pocket hole screws and wood glue. And we are gonna face our pocket holes in, that way they stay hidden. A lot of people say, what do I need to start my shop? And we always say the first thing that you need is a workbench. And Whitney and I know that from experience because we didn't build workbenches to begin. We used to work on the floor. It's bad for your knees, it's bad for your back, and a workbench is a beginner project. So just go ahead and make that your first project. You have the 3 tools that you need to build it, and then you're ready to go. And guys, don't forget, you can download the free plans for this workbench on our website. And the cool thing about the Shanty workbench is how customizable it is. This design can be modified in both length and width to fit whatever your garage or shop space is. Bottom frame is done, so let's move this over here and we can build that second frame. Okay. Second frame's gonna be built the same way. It's just a little bit larger than the bottom frame we just built. Okay, we'll lay that down. This is just reminding me how much I love my workbench. I know. Get that one. We're gonna move that out of the way and we're gonna build the 4 legs. All right. Good? Yep. We've drilled 1.5-inch pocket holes into the 2x4s, and those are going to go into the 2x6s. Set them on top of the 2x6 like this to form an L.
Run a line of wood glue down the 2x6.
Put a 2x4 on top of it, pocket holes facing in, make your L, and attach with 2.5-inch pocket hole screws. All right, 4 legs are done. Moving on to the next step. Let me see, I think that we need to, hold on. The great news is you can get our plans online. Oh. Okay, so the next step is to attach the outside corners of the bottom shelf with 2.5-inch wood screws. Here's the trick. So our 2x4 is on the shorter part, our 2x6 is on the longer part. Why, you ask? Because it's the design and it matters.
I love the driver. I am driver. Hear me roar.
All 4 legs are attached to the bottom shelf. Now it's time to attach the top shelf. The best way to do that is gonna be to flip this one over. So that's what we're doing. Towards me, there you go. And we're going to set the legs inside of that top frame. You might have to jump on it, set it on fire, then it might work. Add some wood glue in between all these joints. We are going to be attaching these legs also with those 2.5-inch spack screws. At this point, it's time for foot pads and casters, which is kind of the fun part. Yeah. Should we roll? On a roll. You know what's hot right now? Foot pads. We're going to attach those foot pads with 2.5-inch wood screws and wood glue going from the bottom of the foot pads and into those legs. What can foot pads do for you? All right, it's time for casters. We're using 2.5-inch spack screws and washers. I say let's put them long ways with the 6. Yes, okay. Smart. Smart. So to attach these casters, they have really big holes right here. We're using a washer and we're putting our wood screw into the washer. Hold my beer. Okay. Okay, casters are done, and look how awesome these are, guys. These are swivel, and one very important thing on a workbench is that they're locking so that your workbench won't be moving on you when you're trying to build. Unlocked, locked. Can't spin that wheel. All right, let's flip it over in the top. Right side up, and we're going to add the bottom shelf first. This is gonna be a tight fit, but you can slide it in. It's gonna work it in there. Okay, now hold on, I'm getting the mallet. There we go. I hurt you? And that is what you call a snug fit. Now these are just 1 1/4 inch brad nails that we're popping through the top of that shelf board and into those bottom runners. Time for the top shelf. Whitney, what is that really cool contraption that you're using for the glue? Glue bot. We will link to this below, guys. It's like one of our favorite little secrets. We are using 3/4 inch birch plywood for our shelf and our top. It's actually pure bond plywood. Yeah. 1, 2. We're using our brad nailer with 1 1/4 inch brad nails, and we are just gonna drive a few all around the edge. Okay, and you got yourself a Shanty workbench. Cool. We are on a roll. We are. How cute is this, guys? And not only is it cute, it's pretty darn functional too. And now, Steven, you have no excuse to not organize your garage. So get to it. And subscribe. Do that too.